right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Get hyped up because we are about to play the OG Spyro the Dragon 1, the very first game from 1998, guys. You better be hyping up in the chat right now. This is going to be a big run by your boy, none other than Yeswally1, the best Spyro 1 miscellaneous category gamer. The Spyro 1, that's right. And we are going to be starting here in just a moment, so I'll go ahead and turn it over to Wally to go ahead and introduce himself.
You could have just left the best Spyro 1 gamer. It would have been more correct.
Wrong.
Yes, hello. You've probably heard my voice 1,000 times on this channel. I just keep showing up. They haven't told me to leave yet. But I will be doing 80 Dragons in Spyro 1. And I am about ready to go whenever.
Can I give you a countdown?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that as a yes.
And just prove, is everything set up? Am I being heard? Is all good?
Yep, all good to go.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
Go for it.
In 3, 2, 1, go! Yes, Wally's the best. Post a cute emo in the chat.
And hello to 80 Dragons. The concept of this category is simple. Beat the game whilst grab all 80 dragons without cheats. This is going to be mostly like any percent, just with a few differences here and there, due to the fact that we've got to do a few more visits. Obviously, we start off with Nestor, Dayo's favorite dragon.
So I've actually never seen this run before, believe it or not. You'd think I'd have seen it at this point, but how does this like differ much from the any percent route? If you know what I mean. Or just generally speaking for people who aren't so familiar.
There's a few, gems are less strict. There's a few gems there's quite a lot of gems that just go don't get collected. In terms of levels that aren't visited, we don't do Wild Flight or Icy Flight in this category, purely because they're too far out of the way. There's a few extra areas in some levels that we need to go to, so we can pick up gems there. And overall, it's just small little bits that just make a big difference.
So Wally, I have to ask, I see you're playing on console right now. How did you get your hands on an NTSC console? I mean, I think the people would love to know. I mean, you're not from.
Well, it was all thanks to the generosity of a streamer who, in my opinion, is just mediocre at best.
Oh my god! What are you kidding? What?
No, I was given this console thanks to the man in call with me, the Dayo man.
You're very welcome. I had to flex it.
The only category that I've sufficiently benefited from this console is this one.
I will take advantage of this conversation to say, first of all, thank you for acknowledging me, Wally. I love you. And secondly, to those of you guys out there who don't live in North America, who want to play on like the fastest version of OG trilogy games, there's obviously like PS2 Slim NTSC is the fastest way to play this game, and there's always that kind of question if you're not from like the US or somewhere like that. It's like, well, even if I'm playing on emulator, it's not as fast or something along those lines. And I want people to know that if you stay dedicated, if you're an emulator player or whatever, you will have people like me and other members of the community that will reach out and help you out in whatever way we can to make sure that we get a good console in your hands. And this also goes for like the other Spyro games as well. With PS TVs are a really hard thing to get a hold of, but as I take it as my duty as a Spyro runner to help out the community and get their hands on the optimal hardware if needed. I mean, it's only getting older and it's only getting harder to get a hold of. So I want you guys to know that the point is that if you stay dedicated to this game and just play it and love it and speedrun it, you will be rewarded by the universe.
Eventually.
Maybe not immediately.
And if you get your consoles from Dayo, he promises to put a heart on every single one of them.
Yeah, I'll also kiss it for sure and like send it out, tuck it into bed.
Oh no, I wish I didn't touch it.
All right.
Should have sterilized it.
So are we done with artisans after this? No, we still got to go
No,
to all the other.
but
I
we
keep
still got-
forgetting that we're
yeah.
getting all the dragons, dude.
Yeah, we still have Toasty and Dark Hollow.
All right. Beautiful.
Thanks for the wrong way turn. I hate it when Spyro turns that way.
Yeah. Like when you try to do a jump and like fade back, but he like fades back the wrong direction. That's also super annoying. So Wally right here is going for a pretty tough wall glide. There's only a couple of spots after he hits this wall glide that you can stand on the hill right here.
Yeah.
But by holding X like that, which is a strat that Wally actually informed me of many years after I started speedrunning this game. Fun fact, I was in a race call with Wally, and he heard me mashing my X button during the intro cutscene, as well as other places in the game. He's like, dude, you know you can just hold the button, right? And I had already been speedrunning this game for like 5 years at that point or something like that. I was like, oh. That was a real eye-opener for me.
But long story short, I gave him world records and I regret it.
Yes, I owe everything to Wally, essentially. Nice, Toasty.
Yeah, it's a very simple level. There's not really a lot to do there. Gems are very, very poor, so you just sort of run through it.
Bro, I saw that flame charge magic stare, dude. That was tight. Wally kind of got the swaggy strats in Spyro 1, I'm not gonna lie. But in case you guys don't know, Wally also invented a number of really difficult routes, specifically one in Jock that still gives me trouble and kills my runs to this day. So if I ever fail any one of my runs and I'm like, oh, I'm doing the Wally route here, that's why.
Yeah, I've killed many of Dayo's and Saloon's 120 runs.
Yeah. Dude, I'm still trying to extort you for your Twilight Harbor strats. You keep claiming there's a better Twilight Harbor, but I ain't seeing no vid. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Getting a vid of that is damn near impossible.
It's like really tough, the strat you do for the supercharge.
There we go. So there we go, the out of bounds to Oswin, so that we don't have to go through the tunnel twice, and ending it there.
So cool. I love that out of bounds.
A few decent gems in Dark Hollow, but obviously not as good as the rest of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that out of bounds is like one of like maybe like less than 5 in the entire game. So it's cool. It's like a little flash in the pan and you get to do a little out of bounds. That actually saves time even, you know. Ooh, beautiful chest.
Pardon?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I was just admiring those 3 chests. Those 3 chests are so hard to hit, like, optimally.
Yeah, when it comes to strats like out of bounds and proxies and all of that, stuff that you would see so often when it comes to like Spyro 2 and 3, they're just so few in this game that really get, or really benefit the player. But they're so nice to see them, just because there is something like that in this game, at the very least.
Yeah, I think we're at a level in Spyro 1 now in terms of like routing and like speedrun research, where it's been many years and, you know, the most consistent routes have been found, but the actual like best, most optimal routes are still getting kind of hashed out, but the level of risk reward is so insane. At this point, you have to incorporate the craziest flops and weird out of bounds and like perfect cycles in order to like save time with a different level route. And it borders on like very unrealistic for a human to do some of these routes. That's part of why, if you guys are familiar with Vortex %, that's part of why the record in Vortex by Novaspell is so impressive. And there's still more strats that are along those lines of like, oh my god, a human can get this 1 out of 100 tries. So now let's try to get it in a 20-minute run. You know, it's so cool. Frustrating, but it's really cool. The level of optimization this game is at.
So a little difference from any % here, we actually go the intended route to Maximos. There is a jump that will be shown off in the any % race later on. But we have to do Dry Canyon this way, purely because we want to benefit from a damage boost that is coming right up.
Little birdie.
So the way that damage boosts work is when you bonk into a surface, your momentum is actually stored, and if you interrupt Spyro in any way, such like damage or jumping, all that momentum will actually be calculated, and you will be given that momentum. So taking damage gives you a lot of momentum. Jumping will just sort of give you a normal amount. But taking that damage means that the game is giving you that momentum, and if it's a sloped wall, you go up the wall. So I was able to take the shortcut to Ivor.
It's pretty cool that the momentum is stored in such a way, because like even if you just like supercharge, for example, and like bonk, it stores the momentum. So if you don't press anything and get hit by an enemy, you will have full supercharge speed. And so there's a lot of funny, easy tricks. Nice Mama Proxy, by the way. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Didn't you invent Mama Proxy route? No? Who invented that? That was Tuval? Oh my god, dude. Tuval. Hey, pay your respects in the chat to Tuval right now, dude. What a legend. That's a name that doesn't come up very often anymore, but we owe so many strats to this man. It's actually ridiculous. Spyro 1 would not be the speed game it is today without him. As for the rest of the original trilogy.
Tuval is, as the Racer has pointed it out in his video title, the man who broke Spyro in half. Any of the massive things that you see in these games, it's all because of him.
And Wally.
Me less so.
No, Wally's important. Guys, is Wally important? I feel like Wally's more important than even me or Tuval or anybody. And you guys know me, I think I'm very important, but Wally takes the cake, I think. You guys can't see, but Wally's like kind of blushing right now on the camera. I can see him because I'm actually standing right behind him, but he can't see me.
I wouldn't put it past you.
I'm just making sure you're taking care of my console.
I haven't thrown it out a wall, it's fine.
Have we not seen like a single unintentional bonk so far? I feel like this has been a very clean run.
I think there's been 2.
We're gonna round that down to 0.
Of course.
Another bonkless run by Wally. Let's
I don't know
go.
why I was trying to do that. Apparently there's a strat with that mama. I'm just not good enough to do it.
You're trying to do the slap.
No.
Oh, there's a slap. Oh.
But yeah, it was a slap.
Oh my god, dude, those slaps are so scary. You have to like be mashing X like a madman. There's like this big cooldown from the damage, like the knockback animation before you can actually like press X. So it's only like halfway through that flop that you actually can press X, which makes it like 10 times scarier to try to recover from.
Nice. That was very clean.
Yeah, very nice.
That is definitely a jump that can cause a lot of people trouble when learning it. The biggest part is just to make sure that you are very good at taking momentum into jumps. Doing that will make stuff like that so much easier to do.
No, you can't just hold X for that. Well, now my entire professionalism is called into question after this X drama debacle. Dude, maybe you can hold X. I don't even know what to think anymore. I'm questioning my whole existence right now. Now that this whole X button.
Dayo, you don't have to hold X.
Oh my god, I have to hold X. I have to do it. Yo, any Night Flight jammers in here? I love the music in this level.
I prefer Night Flight when it's more baked.
Dude, why do they call it Night Flight? They should call it Light Flight. Because you see what I'm saying? Because they light up the lights. You know what I'm saying? I knew you'd like that one, Wally.
Sometimes I wonder if it's a good idea to react.
Yo, welcome Bomber Cash. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, here comes a tough turn. Is he gonna get it?
Easy level.
Easy money. If you see me like reacting to stuff like late, it's because I'm watching on the stream, by the way. We have the
Discord.
Oh, I can do that? Okay, hold on. We have the technology. Do we? No, you're not. Oh, yes.
Dayo...
Wait, yes, I can. Okay, hold on. All right, I got this.
I promise you, Dayo is aware of the information age.
Pro streamer, by the way. in case you guys are wondering. Technology. All right, Ice Cavern. Let me think of the dragons in this level. Is this just like a dragon rush for most of these levels?
Yeah.
Dragon route. Less about the gems. Look at the level of focus on this man. Oh, you missed the red, Wally. Come on, dude. You're gonna need that
no,
red.
Gem misses.
Dude, if you're 599 at the end of Dreamweavers, I'm going to cry. 5999. Sorry, I can't count.
I've never been proud of my gem collection.
I'm proud of your gem collection. I'm proud of you,
I
Wally.
am very not proud of my gem collection, and I paid very dearly for that. That was poor.
Hey, Wally, I have a question. Oh, like, I'm sorry. I distracted you. I'm sorry. Anyways, I have a question. How do you mash out of dragon cutscenes, or do you time your express?
I mash.
You mash? You're a masher? You always struck me as a masher, Wally.
I don't know whether to be offended or complimented.
It's a compliment. In my book, it's a compliment. Yeah, we're all mashers here at Spyrothon, except the most elite timers. The X button timers are like on another level. They're a real next level. Yo, Nitroff, thanks for the prime, man. We love Nitroff. Get some hype for Nitroff in the chat. Timing is for nerds? No, you're wrong. Timing is for god gamers. I try to time the mash. The real god gamers time their mash for the dragons. And it's annoying because when the dragon explodes like this, you don't mash X right away. You'd think you'd start mashing right when the dragon explodes, but you have to wait like a quarter to a half a second before you start the mash to really do it right. So it still takes a lot of focus, believe it or not.
That is Peacekeepers done. Peacekeepers is a very demanding homeworld, despite it being the second.
Yeah. Pretty much most of my runs die in Peacekeepers.
Yeah. Any category, it's just a struggle.
But I will say, one thing that I love about this game as a speed game, and this goes for any category, is the difficulty curve between each homeworld is, I think, a pretty nice incline, where Artisans is like the easiest, then Peacekeepers, then Magic Crafters starts to get tougher with the supercharge, then Beastmakers, you got the crazy like enemies and the shrubs and the frogs and stuff. Then Dreamweavers, it's all this crazy platforming, and so it really starts to. I like the design of this game, like not just casually, but as a speedrunner, I think it challenges you the further you go into it.
Yeah, despite having like the least in terms of content, it's like still extremely challenging to go from one thing to the other.
No. Now, of course, if you play Vortex, then just everything is challenging. That's a cool thing about Vortex, actually, is you can literally choose like the most challenging homeworlds first, and so it's like everyone gets their own kind of like custom route if they want.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. There's not a whole lot of like with these like more like main categories, like or just even talking about 80 dragons, any percent. Like it seems like there's not a lot of like creative freedom in terms of like, well, oh, let me go to this other level first, without losing like time at the highest level. So it's cool to see that that there is more creativity in Vortex.
Yeah, the only real differences when it comes to level orders is all based on certain little tricks or little bits of movement that you can do. But outside of that, yeah, it's pretty standard what you're supposed to do. Like, there's good gems, bad gems for like the any percent like categories. There's good level orders and bad level orders. But if you watch a speedrun, you generally just copy that.
Dream Beast Magic Peace. Is that what do you guys think about that homeworld order? Can I get some homeworld hot takes in the chat here for Vortex? What's the best homeworld order? If you leave Peace to the end, that leaves Tucko RNG to the end.
I've always been Magic Peace Beast Dream.
Yeah, so that puts Tucko at the start.
I'm
but then
a
the hard tricks are at the end. So.
I'm just a purist.
East Magic. Oh, Laura puts it in the middle. Let's go, Laura. Laura, the hipster over here. Man, you guys are some Spyro speedrunners in here. What is Vortex? Dude, thank you for asking. We're talking about all this advanced Spyro 1 stuff. We're not we need to scale it back a little bit. Vortex is another miscellaneous category in this game where the goal of the run is to enter every exit level vortex. Those are like the yellow sort of like hover things at the end of the level that take you back home to the home world. So the goal of the game, you enter in the home world cheat at the start of the run, and then you can just go straight to the balloonist. You don't have to collect any gems or dragons, which makes it unique compared to every other category in this game, which is sort of locked down by the gem and dragon route. So Vortex is this really neat, unique category where it's literally just a Vortex rush, and you can choose sort of any homeworld order. So that's like what we're discussing there. I definitely recommend it for any new, prospective Spyro players out there to check out Vortex. It's a really easy run to get into and a super difficult and crazy run to master. Hey, by the way, can we get some like appreciation for all this amazing fan art off to the left here? Like, I'm seeing like the Thief and Moneybags and all this. This is all very high quality stuff. People dumped hours of their lives into this. So get some shout outs for these guys. And also they have all their Twitter handles down there. So go follow them.
Okay. I thought I'd find that, but...
Oh yeah, Debian Chan makes a great point. There's going to be let me see if I can pronounce this right. Vortalieni. It's like you gotta pronounce it like Italian. Vortalieni. There's gonna be a Vortaliani. Yeah. There's gonna be a Vortaliani relay, which is a mixture of Vortex. It's a relay race where we do several categories back to back, and it's gonna be Vortex, 14 talismans, and then any percent. Is any percent for Spyro 1 or Spyro 2?
Spyro 2. No, Spyro 1. Spyro 3. Spyro 3, yes.
No, Wally, focus on the run. Don't get distracted. I'm the host here. I got you. No, we can figure this out. Here it is. Vortex, 14 tally, any percent. Doesn't even say the game. Oh my god. All right, it's one of the Spyro games.
All right, it's Spyro 2, any percent. Let's go.
Yeah, now we just changed the game on y'all. It's Spyro 2 confirmed. It's any percent Spyro 3. Yeah, that makes sense because then you play all 3 games. Spyro.
It's practically just all the games which are sort of like get to the end of every level.
Guys, do not distract Wally. He is gaming.
Oh, feel free to distract me.
Guys, post your favorite. Post a compliment about Wally in the chat, and I will relay them to him.
Ooh, that was fun.
Ooh, damn, that was a girthy jump.
I love when that happens. I also hate it. Makes me lose a life.
And Wally knows because it's like these. Oh my god! And Wally knows because both of those supercharge ramps that he jumped off of have such a potential to just screw you over. The first one he jumped off of, the further away one, that one flattens out near the top. So even if you have good speed, you can potentially not make it if you press X too late or on the wrong spot. And with that one, as you guys saw, he got his supercharge cut off right there. Beautiful Wally strat right there. That is a patented Wally strat. You guys don't even know what you're looking at right now. That was a Wally strat, and I highly recommend everyone do that. But yeah, those supercharge ramps are a total nightmare. They're probably the worst part about this level is the supercharge launch ramps that you have to get off of. You have to jump off of them a specific way, and it's still not fully consistent. I've lost hundreds of runs to these ramps.
That incline was not good, but I will take what I'm getting for this level.
Wally, you're doing great. Our first compliment comes from Dingleberries. He says, Wally is a person, not an item. I agree. Don't objectify Wally. He is an amazing, loving human being. I've seen it. I've seen the love. I felt it firsthand. I'm making him blush again, I think.
Not Laura.
Laura out here objectifying Wally. Oh my god. Hey, nice Boldar skip. I don't know if you guys caught that, but Wally got a little flash from the dragon as he was jumping into the portal there. That's called Boldar skip, and it's the only dragon skip in this entire game. So now when he exits the level, that dragon is going to be collected already. Really cool trick.
Aldeezy, you said that you liked my girthy jumps. I don't think that's a compliment.
It's a compliment. Around these parts, that's a compliment. Wally's a collectible. That's a compliment. To be a collectible, that's all I want to be in life.
Yeah, I'm a super rare.
Oh my gosh, I'm a shiny. But I'm like the worst shiny. What's the worst Pokemon? Paris. I'm like a shiny Paris. Paris? How do you pronounce it? Paris? That's what I am.
I love the amount of questions that are just like, if you collect the Wally, do you gain percentage in life?
Yes, you need to collect Wally for 120% completion. This is a fact.
Oh, I better start running.
Run now, Wally. We'll finish the speed run first, then do the real life run.
Dan, you only say that because your only category that you properly run doesn't involve any gems.
What, 120%? It doesn't involve gems?
No, Dan.
Oh. I was like, this man's really accusing me of not collecting gems. This is slander.
I mean, your gem collection could be better.
Oh, right at the heart, Wally. Right in my heart.
There's still time to save.
Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that. There is always time to save. Paris is not Paris. Parat S? What? That pronunciation didn't help me at all. You guys are the worst Pokemon pronouncers I've ever seen. But god dang, are you guys cute. Cute chat. Parenthesis. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Is it parentheses? It's parentheses, not parenthesis. Parenthesis.
So for once, I am with Dayo.
I can't say words. I can't think about words like this. It's too much for my feeble mind.
What are words?
Parentheses size.
Size?
Yep.
Oh no.
All right, we're getting to the end of Magic Crafters. Beautiful.
Yep. Beastmaker's next. Beastmaker's is a weird one. Like, because it's not an extremely difficult homeworld. It's got quite a lot of just sort of long, simple bits of gameplay.
It's like a more straightforward homeworld, you'd say.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what. Yeah, well, that in my eyes, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pink
Okay.
Gem%.
Good start. Good start to terrace.
Yeah, Dingleberry's knows pink gem % is coming up after this run, so hype up for the pink gems. We got all the best miscellaneous categories, except for one. You know what I'm talking about, Wally. I'm talking about chargeless.
Well,
everybody hates chargeless, except for me.
I mean, that's the category you need to do then.
I know. It's kind of my destiny.
I don't know why you're doing 120.
Yeah, no one cares about 120%. Everyone who is anyone cares about chargeless. Japanese 120. Wally, don't you have world record in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not question Wally, Wowoju. This man is a king of Spyro miscellaneous categories. And Enter the Dragonfly. And Hero's Tale 2, right?
No, ETD, Enter the Dragonfly.
Just mostly ETD, yeah.
A Hero's Tale soon, TM.
No, but you like pioneered ETD 100%, right?
I sort of picked up a lot of the pieces from like Katie's run and then just improved upon them.
No way, Katie Lady did a run of Enter the Dragonfly. Am I understanding that correctly?
Back in 2014, she was the one who was doing most of the ETD 100% runs.
My god. You guys are getting the real Spyro history here during this run. I don't know if you guys are aware of what you're hearing. Katie Lady is an absolute legend. Shoutouts to Katie Lady. We don't see her around a super lot, but she does pop in from time to time. She's great.
But then, yeah, I took over doing like ETD stuff, and I sort of just made it a little bit of a staple.
Yeah,
And
you
then
like
there's
sort of
somebody
grinded
in
it
the
out.
And then there's someone in the chat right now who beat one of my world records, well, 4 days ago. I took it back yesterday, so that's
Ooh,
been fun.
drama. Unnamed. You hear that guy in the chat? Wally's salty. He's coming for you.
And now it's your turn. Well, you gotta do a pretty decent run.
I think the guy in the chat has been ousted at this point. By the way, Tooper, thanks for the sub. We love you, Tooper.
Decided to go for that. Never works out for me, but I gotta try and do what all of these new strats are.
Oh my god, so close. That is such an awesome strat. Shouts to Laura for inventing that like double gold spring chest. It's such a cool charge jump.
Oh, respect.
Hash Star, thank you for the prime as well.
Alright, I'm dead. Cool.
You're dead? Oh my god, that was a spoiler. Oh, I'm not watching on Discord. I'm still watching on the stream.
Oh my god.
We went over this.
Terrible.
We went over. Hold on, I gotta move it like in front of the stream so that way my monkey brain doesn't like mess that up.
It's been a questionable Misty so far, but and the thing with Misty is that like the first 3/4 of it are just they're not really that difficult. They're just quite they're involved. That's all it really is.
Misty Bog.
Yeah.
Really what kind of blows my mind about Misty Bog, and one thing that I like about it so much is the more you practice this level, then the more you kind of become in tune with what the frogs are going to do or what they are doing in any given moment. The frogs are one of those enemies that are, like many enemies in this game, that are affected by the way you approach them with your camera. So if you have a consistent movement, the more consistent your movement is in this level, then the more consistent the enemies become, which is like a cool little like reward for practicing, I guess. Hey, thanks for the gift, Alana. Oh, here we go. Here comes the island. Everyone's favorite island here. All right, is he gonna take damage? That one outside didn't count. Oh, let's go, Wally! You legend! You legend!
I just stayed quiet.
Let's go. Yeah, when he focuses, man, Wally can level buildings with his massive focus. Damageless. I'm hyping. You can't not hype for a damageless island like
Spyrothon
that.
is so easy. I don't understand how people take damage in there.
Dude, it's not as hard as people think it is, but it is pretty inconsistent. Like what I was saying earlier about the frog cycles and how you approach them. I think Guanton is like the hardest of the parts of this level to like make sure you're getting consistent frogs in, and so they'll catch you by surprise, especially because once you round the corner where all the enemies are, then it's like, all right, that's your only chance to assess the situation. Sometimes you're just in an unfavorable spot and there's nothing you can do.
That's not a good 20 gems to miss.
So no key, huh?
Yeah, sort of missed it.
So just whatever, we don't care.
But
Don't need
we're gonna hope and pray that this is all right.
keys. Were you supposed to get the key? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
It's nah, we weren't supposed to get the key. That was an intentional one frame time save, actually. What key? There ain't no key. Nice, good movement.
This is Ocarina of Time randomizer. It's Keysy now.
Yeah. Is it all keys Ocarina of Time run? I see we have all Keysy1 in the chat.
Oh
All right.
gosh.
All right.
Where's the Laura launch? I'll let Laura do it.
Where's the Laura launch? Oh my god. Everyone's asking for the arbitrary 1 second time saves. Almost once. By the way, little asterisk, almost 1 second time save. If executed perfectly. But then at that point, if you're gonna be a stickler about Laura launch, then you gotta go for the what's it called? There's a name for it. It's going through the spikes. You can literally run through the wall there instead of doing Laura launch. Lore launch outdated. Wally debated. So Wally, you want to fill us in on this this trick you're going for here? Oh, this backup.
Yeah, so what I was going for there was Stone Knot, named by Stone1, an absolute legend of the old community. Unfortunately, I actually turned in too sharply, so I ended up bonking into the first fan chest. But that backup is something that I don't ever see people really do. And
I don't even do it. I have trouble with it. It's harder. That Wally made it look really easy. That's not the easiest backup.
The secret to that backup is with like the first island, the first little platform that you land on from that supercharge ramp. You want to be landing on the right side, or the right hand side of it, because then you get a better supercharge jump. In terms of supercharge jumps, if you've had a bit of runtime beforehand, you will be able to have a more controllable jump compared to if you landed on the edge of the platform and then tried to jump, where you would sort of only just dive to the ground.
Yeah.
Or just dive down.
It doesn't exactly like eat the jump per se, but you'll notice like the altitude difference, right? Like you'll get like a little bit less height. Yeah.
So yeah, the secret for that backup is just land on the right hand side of that platform, and then you can do a better jump to get in position for the other supercharge ramp.
Wally had to clear his throat there because he was so filled with hype because this is actually world record pace right now. Hype in the chat. Yeah, this is gonna be such a great world record, right, guys? It's an awesome run. Wally takes these categories seriously. I mean, like that's saying a lot already. That it's like, yeah, there's no way this miscellaneous category can get world record. I've already grinded it so much. Like that's respect in my book. That's badass.
This is a good category, unlike any percent.
Unlike any percent? What do you hate about any percent? Is it the Coveless strats?
Any percent just has the worst. Any percent has the worst ending of all the categories.
Yep, I knew you were gonna say that. Everyone always says it, but no one's gonna man up and grind out hundreds of runs with failed rats. Until now, with Eyebolt getting a low 40 with the first try rat, and Laura almost getting a first try rat a couple days ago. These guys are pioneering the category and bucking the myth that any percent is this like impossible category, you know, blah blah blah. Ginger Swag also with the any percent grind. You guys are legends. Don't think I'm not noticing it. What I say about any percent? I said you're a god at any percent, and Harry Potter as well. Let it be known forever.
Just gonna grab that.
Nice little wall glide there to keep some height. Nice little life right there to
just
get a life.
Yeah, it's just a bit of safety, really.
Hi, J
Don't
Flow.
really want to be game overing.
All right, give me the lowdown on Dreamweavers. What do we got coming up here?
So Dreamweavers is the most changed from any percent. In normal any percent, you only do 2 levels. That is Icy Flight and Jacques. Obviously, in 8 Dragons, we have to go into every single level that has dragons. So and the thing is the reason why not a lot of stuff is done in Dreamweavers and 80% is purely because the levels that aren't the flight and the boss are 1, too big, so they take a long time to get around, and 2, just not gem efficient enough to even think about going into. So really here, we're sort of sticking to that principle where like gems aren't all that useful, but we want to make sure that we're grabbing as many of them as we can along the way to the dragons. So there's a few Night Flame charges there just to make sure that I can get some extra 10s. That did not break, did it? Oh, I did, okay. I don't know why I checked that, I should have just went straight back, but...
Yeah, this is definitely where the run starts to get a lot different from any percent, because in any percent by this point, by the time you reach Dreamweavers, you're skipping a lot of levels. You literally only do Icy Flight and Jock in any percent. Whereas here, as Wally points out, we have to do every level. So, oh, the beautiful wizard proxy! Look at this, man!
I'll look at
Absolutely,
Discord again.
absolutely a legend. I'm watching on Discord. You can tell. I'm responding in real time here. All right, I'm on it.
About 5 seconds late.
Am I still really? Hey, I'm watching the Discord thing. Okay. Oh my god, I can't catch a break with Wally over here. I've sacrificed. I'm watching the 10 FPS Discord stream right now for you, Wally, and I don't even get a thank you for that. I only get belittled and ridiculed. This is a travesty.
But that was Haunted Towers, ending on the inside section, straight into a wall glide that was messed up from the beginning. That was not going to work.
Yeah, that was a nice Haunted Towers.
Yeah. The wall glide doesn't really matter too much here. Like, there's not a lot that's actually... you don't really gain too much from doing a wall glide compared to 120, where the route just completely changes. All it really does is get a dragon earlier, and that cuts down on a little bit of extra movement.
Dark Passage. I'm trying to think of like where all the dragons are here. There's a lot of really spread out dragons in Dreamweavers now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But
so this
yeah.
behind the flight and behind the flight and Jacques, this is the best level for gems. Like, I will be grabbing a lot of gems here, while trying to make sure that my movement is good, because this has not been the best so far.
No, I am not the Vortolini. What is it? Or Vortaliani. That's not me. You can't say Dayo Italiani. Oh yeah, you can. You can say that in Italian accent. Mamma mia. Hey, anybody here a fan of these little doggies that turn big? Little doggy, now he's big. I love these dogs. They're cute.
They're good enemies when they're small. They're terrible enemies when they're big.
You gotta love like an enemy in like, especially in any old PS1 game where it has the potential to be like really cute and really like whatever, like, oh, I love this enemy, and then it also is nightmare fuel at the same time. Like those two things, just there's no middle ground. They're just both. That's what I like about the dogs.
That is just a testament to this game's design, really. Like, this game is just... It was so far ahead of anything else that really came before it in terms of just designs for everything. Like, the amount of detail that they were able to get through with what the hardware could handle is beyond comprehension for back then.
I mean, I remember like around this time period as like a little kid, especially like in the early 2000s as well, like whenever I'd go to the store like with my mom, she'd be like, oh good, you know, you want to get a game or whatever? I'd be like, heck yeah. And there would just be all these movie license games and like JRPG like clone knockoffs. And so yeah, like you're super right, Wally. This game and series as well is just like an enigma, especially for its time period that it was released. I mean, there's a ton of platformers on PS1, but there's very few that have like this level of depth, I think.
There we go. That was Dark Passage, grabbing 430 gems. Like, so yeah, and that level's not bad, but it's still not good enough for any percent.
Let's see our gem count here. We are almost totally good on our gems, basically.
Yep. So we still got Lofty Castle, and we still have the section with Zakomo in Dreamweavers as well, which still has quite a few decent gems. I think my gems are going to be decent for this run.
Oh yeah.
So Lofty Castle, again, so this is probably the level with the worst gems per second in Dreamweavers, but there's still a few decent ones to pick up on, so as we're going to each dragon. So we'll be aiming to grab about 110 here.
Yeah, I love Floppy Castle. It's one of my favorite levels.
There's another damage boost. Oh, too far down the wall, so I didn't actually get as much of a benefit from it. There we go, it's better.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. These damage boosts it's actually surprisingly difficult to optimize these damage boosts, because in order to get the guy to shoot you optimally, you have to like perfectly like do this perfect like little movement, sort of zigzag to get into that area. So yeah, that spot has the, especially if you like get an unlucky boost, that spot has the potential to save or lose you a lot of time. Not even considering the difficult fireworks chest cleanup that you use invulnerability to charge into. If you miss the invulnerability there, you gotta grab the fodder, and we all know how much the fodder like to comply with us. They're just the easiest thing to deal with on a speed run. Am I right, guys? I love the fodder. They're not even a problem at all ever. All right, here's the supercharge. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, so just a simple supercharge to the island, drop down for the 10 gem Cupid, and to the last dragon.
Oh my God, that was an innovative supercharge right there.
Yes, it's a pretty simple level, given how it is in other categories which it's involved.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, on that note, it's like this run really makes you think of where they placed the dragons in each level. And on the topic of Lofty Castle, it surprises me that they didn't place a dragon over on Turkey Island, like deeper on in the level there. Nice movement there. I love how that jump looks like it's never gonna work, but it always does.
Just
Thank you,
that.
Mira.
So we're on 72 dragons, and now it's time for Jacques, where we'll be grabbing the last of our required gems. Our gems are very good, to say the least.
Yeah, we're gonna be over gem. I'm guessing we're over gem by. Oh no, we're good. We are totally good. We're gonna be over gem maybe by like 10 or 20, depending on your route here.
I'm
'Cause I
gonna
don't
need
know.
198 by the time I get to Jacques, if I want to do the fast kill.
Yeah, any percent would grab more gems here. Yeah, no red fan chest. Riot in the chat. Are you kidding me? It's an outrage.
That should have been an
Spring
incentive.
chest. Yeah, get the red spring chest. If somebody subs right now, I will
Easy.
force. Oh, look at this beautiful single cake. I will force the pink gem percent runner. Is that Lucia running that, by the way?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Lucia Composer. I will force them to get the red spring chest just for you guys. In fact, you don't even need to sub. I'm just gonna force them anyway.
I barely don't have enough. It would have actually been faster for me to drop down into the area with the whole bunch of twos. But we'll just do the fight anyway. It's a cool little fight.
Wally killing it in this level. I just want to point out how difficult the platforming Wally is doing right now. The single cake strats, as well as optimizing the jock fight. I mean, the jock fight isn't so bad, but you know, this is a tough level platforming wise. I don't think, no matter what category you play.
By the way, we're only slightly over gemmed.
There's not pink gems in Lofty. All right, I take it back. I'm not gonna make you go to Lofty. There's no pink gems in Lofty, really? I thought there was. Wow. All right, get scammed, guys. No, I'm just kidding though. But thank you for the gifts, Wowoju and Saint Lesbian. Love you guys.
So we are now here in the final world. 74 dragons sits in this one. 2 dragons per world, excluding Nasty Nork and Nasty's loot. Nork Cove is... so there is a strat in Nork Cove that is used in any percent called TNT work, where if you see these TNT guys, you can actually get launched off of their barrels.
I have a
We're
question.
going to be doing that twice.
Who invented the name TN Teamwork?
I have no idea.
It was you, wasn't it, Wally? Don't
No.
lie to me. Oh my god. Wally always coming up with the most based names you've ever seen. TN Teamwork? That's so cute. It's a cute name.
So one TNT work to go to the first dragon, the second one to get over the geometry, or over the little hills in order to get to the second one.
Such a cool
Unfortunately,
route.
I am... Oh, never mind, I am no longer Sparkless because of complete luck. And then I do that. Never mind. I was given a blessing and I didn't use it. Because
Oh my god.
I didn't do my jump early enough.
Wally living life on the edge here with these Sparkses.
There we go.
Wally is a brave soul that doesn't afraid of anything in this game.
Doesn't afraid.
He never does. Yeah, right? That recovery, the presence of mind to be able to jump back in time, that is very difficult. Eyebolt knows.
So now Twilight Harbours. Twilight Harbours pretty straightforward. I ended that sentence too early. Pretty straightforward. We're just going to run through the level. I'm going to be taking a damage abuse later. A little bit later. Words. Stroke. Help.
You can do it. Believe.
We're going to be taking a damage abuse later on, just to make myself sparkless for nasty.
We're gonna be taking a what?
A damage abuse.
Oh.
I might have felt that. So we got Cletus. Let's put us on to 79.
Cletus deletus.
Oh, I was actually on blue. Spoiler, I'm playing in black and white because this is an NTSC console on a PAL TV.
Oh, really?
So I don't
That's
actually
amazing.
know, I never really know what color my Sparks is.
Really? You can't even tell by like the shade, huh?
Like, I have a glow, I can base it off of the glow sometimes, but sometimes I lose track completely.
Like, I'm sure blue and green sparks just look the exact same, essentially.
But there we go. So damage abuse to go Sparks us into nasty. Start off by grabbing the two thieves early, just like that. And this one, just like that.
Now, I'm really curious to see what this Sparksless Nasty is for. And I have a feeling it's gonna be. I have a feeling there's gonna be a surprise during this boss fight.
There will be a credit skip of sorts. Because
Wow, you
as
completely
people may know,
spoiled it for me.
there will be a credit skip, but what kind of credit skip?
Yes, that's the real question. In case you guys don't know, there's a really crazy trick at the end of this level here where you skip the credits by taking a damage abuse and then going into the lava. But there is other ways to do it, and I have a feeling Wally's going to be a credit skip hipster here and go for something a little bit more unique.
So the reason why we are Sparksless is very simple. We want to take damage as we hit nasty so that we can get out of the level quicker. We even got a game over, so optimal in that regard.
Wow, that is, I've never seen that.
And by
That is
doing
so
that,
cool.
we are able to get our 80th, and that is time.
GG, time. Wait, yeah? It's time after Delbin?
Yes.
Yes. And time.
And that
Beautiful.
is 80 dragons.
GG's, Wally. That was awesome. I've never seen that credit skip in my life. I've been playing this game for like literally my whole life, so that's amazing. Clappers. Clap, 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 clap.
I don't even know what my time was.
It says 51:27 on the stream here,
Ah,
and that's
nice.
with the intro.
So
GG's.
that would have been, yeah, 51.04 is not bad. For how much, how much went wrong, really. And here, I'll go make people happy. I'll go grab the red spring chest.
Yes. Where are my ring span chest fans at? That was correct words. We want red fan chest. It's not even a fan chest. God dang it. We're doing this for all the subs. For all the subs earlier. If you love red spring chest, post some hype in the chat. Drop a sub. Show some love. We love you guys. It's a cute chat.
Here it is.
So yeah. So, dude, hype. Wally just got a new world record in 80 dragons. No, honestly, what place would that run have been on like the original?
That would have still been second, I'm pretty sure.
Red spring chest. Admire it. Look at it. It's beautiful. There's only one. A fun fact: there's only one of these in the entire game. So you better appreciate this. It's innocuous. It's trying to hide with the other chests there, but it can't get away from us. The Poggers moment indeed. Well, anyways, GG Wally. That was an amazing run. It was a pleasure to commentate alongside you, my friend.
And next up is more Spyro 1 action with pink gems.
Yes, we have Lucia coming up with pink gem percent. The Spyro 1 miscellaneous categories just don't stop at all. So yes, thank you once again, Wally. We're probably gonna head over to the BRB screen here, and we will be back in a moment.
Thanks for having me.